My name is Bob Mohoma, and this morning we are discussing a very interesting topic, and that's the third Society of Christian Scholars Conference, which will be happening in less than a week's time. We are going to get the details, and with me in the studios is Dr. Joe Matovu from the Africa Renewal University, and Dr. Festo Chiraga from Gulu University will later on be joined by Dr. Daniel Ruhweza from the Makerere University School of Law. Gentlemen, welcome to the show, and maybe in a quick one, kindly share with us briefly about your academic journeys.
Okay, good morning viewers. I'm Dr. Joe Matovu, and just briefly, I'm a Ugandan, and I've been at Uganda Christian University for about 10 years, in which I did my bachelor's in business computing and also my master's in information technology. But after that, I moved to Makerere University, and recently I graduated with a PhD in information technology, so that's it.
All right, that's interesting.
Yes, my name is Festo Chiraga. I work with Gulu University, Department of Physics. I'm a physicist with the special interest in nuclear medicine. I'm a PhD candidate at Tomsk Polytechnic University in Russia. I have a master's in medical physics from Trieste University in Italy, and I have a bachelor's degree in education, physics, as my major teaching subject. So my line of work and studies in physics.
All right,
yes.
That's a very interesting profile right there. So maybe let's start off by sharing with our viewers what the Society of Christian Scholars really means.
The Society of Christian Scholars is a national chapter. We have a national one, which is the Society of Christian Scholars Uganda, which is a national chapter under the Society of Christian Scholars Global. There's a global one, and a continental one, which is the Society of Christian Scholars Africa. So the aim is to bring together Christian academics and equip them so that they can have a missional and a redemptive influence in their academic disciplines. Whether somebody has studied arts or science, you can represent Christ and look at what you're teaching through scriptural lenses. So that's what the scripture aims. So we want to populate the secular space with the Christian views and ideas, and redeem our careers for Christ.
Oh, all right. That's very interesting right there.
Yes.
I feel like, has he left out anything?
Yes, maybe not something left out, but just something to add on. When you look at the fact that everything belongs to the Creator. The Creator has created the world, and all creation belongs to Him. The earth and its fullness belongs to God. You want to appreciate that professors belong to God. Students at universities belong to God.
Yeah.
And so in the society, you find this mind that, can we go back to God so that God teaches us how to do research? Can we go back to God so that God teaches us how to be scholars? Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for the addition. What makes the Christian scholarship different from these normal scholarships?
The Christian scholarship, the other ordinary scholarship looks at generating knowledge, secular knowledge, looks at accumulating inventions and all this. But what it lacks is looking at it or doing research with a Christian eye, with a biblical eye. For example, a very well-known theory in biology is the theory of evolution, that looks that man evolved from baboons and these other creatures. That is Charles Darwin's view. But looking at it biblically, we know that God created us and has made us what we are, and all the knowledge belongs to him. So Christian scholarship brings in that aspect, that we look at our careers, our research, using Christian knowledge.
All right, that's very interesting. Want to shed more light on that as well? Like why the Christian scholarship differs from the normal scholarships?
I think what I would say is looking to God as the designer of life. One scholar has said that we cannot have intelligence without an intelligent mind. Wherever we go in life, we find intelligent designs. You can have a chair, it is from a mind of a carpenter. You may have a car, it's from a mind of a designer of cars. So where there is life and then you think there is no intelligent mind that brought that to being, is not the way those who believe in God see the world.
All right, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by Dr. Daniel Ruhweza from Makerere University School of Law. Welcome to the show, Doctor, and maybe in a quick one, say hi to the viewers.
Thank you very much for having me, and good morning to whoever is being able to watch us this morning. I'm really excited to be here to discuss this upcoming conference. Hoping that as many people would be as interested as we are in the conversations that are going to happen in Uganda, and probably for the first time engaging with Christian thought in scholarship at such a level, inviting fellow African scholars to be with us, and hopefully garnering the necessary debates that are essential in our nation at a time such as this one.
All right, that's very interesting. I think from here, if I'm to fill you in, when you are not around, we quickly discussed about the Christian scholars and what the Society of Christian Scholars means, and why there is a huge difference between like the scholarships, the Christian scholarships and the normal scholarships. So you've talked about, he talked about the international, then regional, and then now I want to know why did you decide this time around to make it like Ugandan based?
It might be Ugandan based, but the scholars that are coming do not only come from Uganda. Ugandan based because for the first time the chapter is going to be introduced in Uganda, but that does not mean that the chapter that this has not been going on in other parts of the continent or of the world. And so as Uganda, we get a privilege to engage at this level and be part of the movement that is challenging all of us who are in academia or who are associated with academia to think deeply about how our Christian values, our Christian convictions do influence what we do, how we write, what we teach, and who we are. And maybe I should say it's not the first time happening. If you look at most of the scholarship, the academic work, the discoveries, the discussions that have changed the world, most of these scholars have always had a world view that has influenced them. And in most cases, it has been a Christian worldview. You know, if you look, for example, at the history of the University of Cambridge, the academia there, the discoveries there, the writings there, what has influenced the world the scholarship on gravity, the scholarship on the fight against slavery, and so on. When you dig deeper, you find that all these people acknowledge the place of God in their lives, acknowledge the place of God in influencing who they are, what they do, and they could only explain even their scientific discoveries because of the personality and the influence of God. So Uganda really is hosting it right now, but the conversation is as old can be. We are just privileged or honored to have the opportunity to host it in the nation and to remind ourselves as academicians, as scholars, that hey, your Christian belief in one way or another influences what you do, what you write. You may not be we may not have been stating it categorically in our scholarship, but now is a good opportunity for us to be challenged to say to what extent does that influence what you do, how we write. And so the different papers that are going to be discussed, as my colleagues have been saying, will be trying to juxtapose that Christian thought into the work that we are talking about, in the work that we have been doing, and also to challenge ourselves to what extent have we been true to the beliefs that we proclaim each and every day by practically looking at the work that we have been dispensing over the time that we've been scholars or academicians.
All right, that's very interesting. So do you have something to add on why this particular chapter is being launched in Uganda? Why there was need to launch it here?
The academic world from this society is in need of a redemption and a mission that has moved away from God. Okay, so like Doctor has been mentioning previously, we've had societies that have been ascribing power to God, but through the years you find that there is a tendency to move. So certain things are coming in that are changing mindsets, certain things are coming in that are changing values, certain things are coming in, and again, this is not new, because even in the Bible it can be seen. When you look at the book of Genesis, as well as Noah's floods, God is sorry that he made man. So you see that this is not something new. And again, God is calling us to return back to him, to return back to the one that created us. So from the society, there is a redemptive plan and a missional plan to redeem academia, to bring it back to God, so that as we go about our different research, whether you're in business, or you're in law, or you're in nuclear research like my colleague here, you're doing that, and you're giving God the space to be God in the research.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
And maybe just to add to what my brother has said.
Okay.
To be honest, for the last decade or so, and maybe even spanning longer than that, there's been a huge separation of our belief system from our work. There's been an attempt in academia to try and say what we study, what we teach, what we read should be viewed with non-religious, non-Christian, non-Christian views.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of condemnation for those of us who may think or postulate the view that our belief system influences each and everything that we do. The way we raise our kids, the way we run our homes, our marriages, the way we view politics, the way laws are made, coming from my place as a lawyer. And there's been a huge push world over to try and desensitize our belief systems from the work that we do. But the result has been problematic because you cannot create systems, you cannot postulate views and pretend that this is not influenced by a worldview. So the worldview is either an antithesis to God or it is for God, right? Yes. And so this is a bold move to say we academicians strongly believe that there is a place for God in what we do each and every day. The way we handle students, for example, the way we write our books, how we are true to say things like plagiarism and things like that. There must be a God element. And by the way, these debates are very heated in the Western world. It's just that they are not as heated here in this country. Thanks.
And maybe just a little, to put it more closely, the chapter that we are opening makes us become very intentional. The discussions have been there about the Christianity, our faith and our careers, but we haven't been intentional. Now is an opportunity to come clear and unite and equip one another. What one is lacking can be influenced or can be one who is an ordinary lecturer in a university somewhere can be equipped. So the chapter helps us to be equipped. It is looking now at our classrooms as mission grounds and research as worship. That has not been existing. So we have an opportunity to foster Christian minds and influence them so that Christ is not left out. So that when you enter classroom, Christ comes with you. When you enter church, your career can also serve God in your church. Thank you.
All right, that's very interesting. Thank you so much, Dr. Festo, for that submission. So I think let's go for a small commercial break, but when we return, the doctors on the show are going to tell us who is the right person to attend. I'm sure most of our viewers have those questions. Nice. Who will attend the event and everything like that. So let's come back after the break and discuss more.
Are you a scholar struggling to reconcile your Christian faith with your research? Well, you're not alone. This is why the Society of Christian Scholars Uganda has organized a conference to reflect on how biblical truth informs academic disciplines. We invite you to join us at the Makerere University School of Public Health from August 28th to 30th, 2025. For details, please call 0752 141 331 or 0782 141 331.
Issues at hand. This is Church of Uganda Family TV. Enriching lives. Regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission. This is Church of Uganda Family TV. Enriching lives. Regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission. Issues at hand.
Are you a scholar struggling to reconcile your Christian faith with your research? Well, you're not alone. This is why the Society of Christian Scholars Uganda has organized a conference to reflect on how biblical truth informs academic disciplines. We invite you to join us at the Makerere University School of Public Health from August 28th to 30th, 2025. For details, please call 0752 141 331 or 0782 141 331.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. We are still continuing with the discussion, and this morning we are talking about the third Society of Christian Scholars Conference, which will be happening soon in less than a week's time. To discuss more about this conference, I have Dr. Job Matovu from the Africa Renewal University next to me, and on the far right is Dr. Daniel Ruhweza from the Makerere University School of Law. And next to him is Dr. Festo Chiraga from Gulu University. Well, you had shared a lot before we went for the break, yes. And I'm sure it left viewers asking, like, who is the target audience, or which people will be able to attend the conference? So maybe you can tell us, like, the people to attend.
Scholars. Whoever has engaged in scholarly work and academic thought, professors, scientists, engineers, especially those who would like an opportunity like this one to engage with their belief system, so we've invited across the board in the public sphere, our leaders in government, lawyers, engineers, heads of departments in government, scientists. We've tried to invite as many as possible, different scholars from universities around the country and around the continent to come. So we're expecting representation. We have confirmations, for example, from the from universities in Nigeria, in Kenya, around the continent, to come and be part of this discussion. If you're a magistrate who's for a while been engaging in scholarly work, or you've written some books, you have something academic or scholarly about you. You're into writing, you're into engaging in knowledge and knowledge generation. Those are some of the people that have been invited. So, for example, Dr. Patricia Achan, who is the deputy IGG, and is a Christian in her own thought, and has been an academician in certain spaces and continues to support academic work, is going to present a paper, among other people. So you have, for example, former Vice Chancellor of UCU, the Reverend John Senyonyi, will come and make some presentations in that regard. Professor Monica Chivita, who you have seen, will be there as well, among many others who are...
even yourself.
Myself included, yeah.
Even us.
Yes,
we will be there.
Okay.
Yes.
So I feel like
we are organizing and we shall participate. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I was going to ask, like, the main speakers and stuff, but I'm sure you've...
first talk with them.
The conference, for starters, is taking place this Thursday, the 28th, the 29th, and the 30th. So 3 days at the Makerere University School of Public Health Auditorium.
Okay.
That's where we will be gathering from 8 to 5. 3 days. The third day we will be doing half day, but the first 2 days we shall be going 8 to 5. So you can join us. Someone who wants maybe to join us. We have a website,
Okay.
christianscholarsuganda.org.org. All the information is there for someone who wants to join us. So at a fee of $50, Ugandan shillings 185,000. So you can be part of this discussion. Come and see how we can integrate faith with the career. Interesting discussions will take place on faith and careers, IT, how we integrate faith with governance, human rights. We have a special school. We have a special.
Yes, a special session for, especially for lawyers.
Yes.
Especially those lawyers who want to receive continuing legal education points, which are requirements to renew our practicing certificates.
Yes.
There will be a special session on Friday, I believe.
Yes, Friday.
And yeah, you can come and be part of that as well.
Okay, you've mentioned the amount to pay.
Yes.
So how will people pay? Like, will they pay from there, or you have?
All the information is on the website.
Okay.
Once we receive your registration through a link that is on the website, we give you more information on how to pay. Yes, so we receive the information. We update regularly our applicants that have expressed interest. It may be 2-3 days to the conference, but it's never too late. Probably this is your first time of seeing this or hearing about this, but you're a scholar in some university out there. You are welcome. So we can get in touch with you.
All right, you mentioned that it will run for 3 days.
Yes.
Should they expect different things each day?
Definitely. We have 6. Our theme is Christian scholarship and Africa's transformation. So we have many sub-themes, about 6 or 7. So all these sub-themes we have received the papers from the various scholars in Africa, Uganda inclusive. The majority of the scholars are from Uganda, over 70%. So once you get there, we will be in touch with you.
All right. You earlier mentioned that it has been happening,
Yes.
and it's just the first time it's going to be here in Uganda. We've had conferences happen, and then they happen again, but from then you don't hear from them ever again. So how will you make it a point that for this particular one, after this first one, it will keep happening?
We have program 500, maybe for starters.
Okay.
And this one is aiming at training 500 scholars, Christian scholars throughout Africa.
In the next 5 years.
Yes, and so as soon as the conference ends, this is not the end. So to begin with, we are hoping to again go into more training of those. It will be at
Romita Hotel in Chira.
So this is going to be a first bit of that, but we also have other sessions that are going on, not just program 500.
Yes, we for continuity, because we do not want to say the conference. Now after the conference, nothing happens. Everything ends.
Yeah.
As a society, we have regular fellowships, monthly fellowships. We on a topic of interest, we invite speakers to come and speak to us on a topic of interest in scholarship. But also, we have when someone completes program 500, which is a residential training specifically for scholars, residential 5 days, it will be happening from 1st to the 5th of September, immediately after the conference. So immediately after that program, there is an African Scholars program which takes place for writers and authors, where we are encouraged and taught to begin publishing material and books of Christian interest. So we would like to have professors now think with and write with a Christian perspective. So that they publish Christian literature out there, not physics alone, not law.
And maybe to just add that on the third day, I believe in the afternoon, the Ugandan chapter is going to be officially launched. We've had different chapters, but the Ugandan chapter is going to be officially launched. There will be a proper election of leaders so that you have properly empowered committees. Right now we've had inaugural committees who are helping for this to happen, but once that committee has been inaugurated and properly empowered, we've registered our documentation, so it is a properly registered legal entity under the Uganda Registration and Services Bureau, and so that gives you mandate. All right. Now, the committee or the leadership that will be ushered in will then have the duty to engage us each and every year, in various activities, and to ensure that the goals and objectives of Christian scholarship do not die. So, in essence, it is a beginning of many things to come. But we are also getting support. Like you can see, it is the third Society of Christian Scholars Conference, meaning that there's been number 1, number 2 that has been organized, and there is a leadership for Africa. And the leadership for Africa has been very instrumental in supporting what is happening right now, and they will continue to support us. So we have, like my brother said, we have presentations sometimes happening on Zoom on various topics that keep the conversation alive. I'll be honest with you, it's very rare. I have not personally, until today, until for this conference, I had not personally thought of writing a paper that not only talks about my area, but also brings boldly Christian legal thought to the conversation. I've attended conferences where I have, for example, pushed for a conversation on the side for academicians who are also believers, right? But this is a big, bold step, and hopefully we can even publish some of our work, as my brother is saying, in journals that are reputable, that can be viewed internationally, to engage with this. It's happened in America, it's happened in the United Kingdom, but by and large, we've not had that happening as strongly. We've had Christian scholars writing in other spaces, but not coming together as a group that can then publish work together. So it's my hope, it's our hope that this gives us the necessary boost to now say, okay, we are here, we are bold, we do not shy away from the God that we serve and the God that influences us, and we also believe that there is God in academia, as opposed to what has always been pushed, that he is, some have said God is dead and so on and so forth. We don't believe that is so. And so this is a good boost for us, and expect more conversations of the kind, and if our partnership with Family TV continues to flourish, hopefully we shall have more conversations like this happening, and so on and so forth. Yes.
All right, that's very interesting. Actually, you mentioned that it's the third. I was earlier going to ask, like, it's the first time it's here. Why is it the third? But you clearly talked about it. Dr. Festo, you want to add something?
Yes, we are very grateful to Family TV for this opportunity, for being our partners and our sponsors for this conference. We are really grateful that you have amplified our voice this is what Family TV is for.
All right.
Fostering Christian perspectives in every sphere of society.
And thank you so much for partnering with us as well.
Yes.
So I think in a quick one, I'm sure there are many scholars out there who are watching. I want everyone to take some few minutes and tell them why it's very important for them to be at Makere this coming weekend.
I would tell them the world belongs to God and its fullness. So professors belong to God. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Students belong to God. So it is important for us to go back to God so that God teaches us through the Bible, the biblical truth on how we should be handling research, how we should be handling scholarship. So it's important that we are part of this in an effort to find God's mind and live with it. Yes, that's what I would say.
All right, thank you for that.
Yes, for us in the society, we believe that when classrooms become our mission fields and research becomes worship, the nations are transformed and God is glorified. That's what we believe in. So we would like to encourage you, scholar out there, please go to christianscholarsuganda.org and register and be part of this conference. You cannot miss to be part of a Christian discussion that centers on making Christ the center of our teaching, and you yourself becoming a redeemer for your academic discipline. So we encourage you to register.
All right.
Yes. My call is to, first of all, the lawyers, specifically those who believe in God, that we have an opportunity once again to engage in a conversation about the place, the rightful place of God in what we do as lawyers, but also what we do specifically as lawyers who are interested in scholarship, which includes writing but also teaching, knowing very well that many of the evils that bedevil society today and have become very hard to deal with will only be dealt with if the Bible says, my people who are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face. And I believe that one of the ways to seek God's face is to study the Word and see how the Word of God influences the things that we do, influences our laws. You know, for example, we are fighting corruption, and we've tried to fight corruption aside from God. Now is an opportunity for us to sit in a space where we can see how a conversation on, there will be a paper on corruption by Dr. Okiria, you know, on how that fight against corruption interpassed with Christian thoughts and biblical perspectives can work. And I think that would be a good beginner for many of us who have not really seen our work as worship, who have not seen our classrooms as mission fields, and who have said so many things but have never sat down to think carefully, to what extent does my biblical and Christian foundation influence the nation, but also, as our theme says, lead to Africa's transformation.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Daniel, for that insight. Now, Dr. Festo, I want you to remind our viewers when it will be happening and where, so that they don't miss out, and the time as well.
Yes, the conference, we are beginning with a conference which is starting this Thursday this week, 28th August 2025, Makele University, just the eastern gate of Makerere University on Gayaza Road. The first turn on the left, the first building, once you enter that gate, that's the venue that's the auditorium. Makerere University School of Public Health Auditorium is just around there. So from 8 to 5, we will be having this discussion through paper presentation, panel discussions, plenary presentations, and so many other engagements for Thursday, Friday, and half of Saturday. So we will also get an opportunity to launch the chapter, the national chapter for Christian scholars. The fee is $185,000 if you want to join. That is about $50. The information is on the website. You can pay on how you can pay. But two, after that we have a program 500, a program specifically for training African academics to have a mission and redemptive influence from Monday next week, 1st September, to 5th September to Friday, residential, where we are in a place which is quiet and that allows discussion and engagement, and we equip one another. Then we will be deployed in our various institutions.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Festo, for that reminder, because you had earlier mentioned.
Yes.
So I think in a quick one, I want everyone to say their parting shots, not only to the scholars, but all our viewers. Can you start with Dr. Daniel?
All right. No, thank you very much, Family TV, and we'd like to thank the leadership of Family TV for giving us this opportunity. To those of you who are watching or who will watch later on, we invite you once again to be part of this very important conversation regarding Christian scholars in the mission field pushing for transformation of the nation and also of Africa. We think this is a very important conversation happening for the first time in Uganda, but not for the first time in Africa and the world. We are joining with the rest of the scholars worldwide in pushing and bringing God back into the main agenda, and we know that with His grace He will be able to sustain these conversations. And like Festo is saying, looking at our workplaces, our classrooms, everything we do as mission fields. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Family TV, for hosting us. I would like to encourage someone out there like me. You have a deep desire. You are an academic, but you have a deep desire to serve God, and you're looking at how to balance, how to reach this balance between your career and your calling to serve God. Come and be part of this discussion. Probably it may be a turning point for you to launch you into a space that will glorify God. You are welcome.
All right, thank you, Dr. Festo. To Dr. Job.
Yes, I also want to say a big thank you to Family TV for the opportunity given to us. And I want to say to our viewers out there that the Creator is at the center of all creation. And it's important that we don't move away from the Creator. Christ at the center holds everything. And so it is important for us to go back to the Creator to gain understanding, not to move away from the Creator. And hopefully at the end of the day, the Creator will be glorified in all this. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Job. And to our viewers, thank you so much for keeping it Church of Uganda Family TV. This has been Issues at Hand, and we've been discussing the third Society of Christian Scholars Conference, which will be happening from the 28th, this Thursday, up to Saturday at the Makerere School of Public Health. So you're called upon to attend, all scholars out there, and make sure you don't miss out. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming through. It's been a great discussion. And to you, our viewers, till next time, a good morning.
Are you a scholar struggling to reconcile your Christian faith with your research? Well, you're not alone. This is why the Society of Christian Scholars Uganda has organized a conference to reflect on how biblical truth informs academic disciplines. We invite you to join us at the Makerere University School of Public Health from August 28th to 30th, 2025. For details, please call 0752 141 331 or 0782 141 331.
Issues at hand. This is Church of Uganda Family TV. This is Church of Uganda Family TV.